Welcome to TikTok Love. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to my live. I'm Sydney, by the way, and I'm an indigo. If you don't know what an indigo is, just put it in the chat and ask me. Last night I did a live, so I'm doing lives every night. I'm making myself do a live every night. That's the goal, to do a live every night. Once a night, I'm working on doing a live. Pressing the button, doing a live. But I'm an indigo, and if you want to know what more about indigos, or maybe you are an indigo, that's a possibility. I talk about spirituality, how to raise your frequency, how to lessen wicky-wacky energy, how to lower that, how to meditate, how to touch into your own spiritual powers. I talk about how to break through the matrix. I don't know about really escaping the matrix. I mean, like, how to work within it, how to make it work for you. And there's some topics I want to talk about. Last night we talked about my crossing over experience when I left the planet, when I was unalived, and then I came back. And then I shared my ex-husband's experience. When he broke into my podcast, he was already gone. He was already passed over, but he crossed over into my podcast. So I'm going to post those videos up tonight after this live because I had to edit them. But I'm wondering, I have a question for any of you that are in my chat. Are you noticing your animals acting very strange lately? Like I have cats. I used to have a dog. She passed away. But now I have cats. And I'm noticing that they are all acting very strange. Like I want to say the last week. That they all get along. I hate to say it. I hate to say it out loud. I have 5 cats. I have 5 cats. I have officially become the cat lady. I have 5 cats. Have you all noticed your animals acting strange or acting different? Maybe they are, like my cats they go nuts every night. Now I know cats go nuts. That's typical. That's a typical thing. Animals, they do strange things. But this is odd. This is like odd behavior. Like right now, my female cat is going after my male cat, but she beats him up every night. I have to keep them separated. This just started happening. This has never happened before. They get along great. Everybody's great in the family. Everybody gets along great. But this just started happening. Has anybody noticed anything strange going on with their animals, with their pets? Are your pets acting crazy? Because mine are off. They're doing some weird things. Even the kitten. I have a little baby kitten. She's bonkers too. Everybody's going wicky wacky nuts. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one whose pets are acting crazy. That's a possibility. Hello, welcome to my live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am an indigo. My name is Sydney, and I like to talk about things that are happening spiritually, things like orbs and stuff that's going on with my animals, sunspots. I'm going to tell you a story about when the sun changed position in my experience. I've had some strange things happen lately. I want to say the past, since 2016, stuff has just been lopsided. Have you all had any kind of experiences that you just can't explain? Possibly. I don't know. Anyway, so my cats are acting crazy. My animals are doing some strange things. And I just want to know if there's anybody else out there that's having their animals do strange things. So I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened to me in 2016. And this goes in line with all of the things that have been happening since I woke up, since I became aware, since I had my spiritual awakening. And maybe some of you have had some weird or, unexplainable things that have happened to you. Quite possible. So in 2015, I moved into this apartment that I live in now. And okay, where am I? Let me see, where am I? If this way, going this direction, is where the sun always comes into my apartment. So the sun comes in on the side of my building. And it's been like that for years. My cousin lived here before me, and this apartment, the sun always came in through the window, the living room window in the front. That's where the plants are. That's where the sun comes in, and the plants are always in that front window. My dog used to sit in front of that window because that's where the sun came in, and she would follow the sun across the apartment. She would follow it on the floor. The sun moved, she would move with it. So one day in 2016, I noticed that she was not laying in the sun. She was laying in the sun facing this way. At the same time of day. The sun would shine in this part of the window, this part of the apartment, from 1 in the afternoon till about 4 or 5. Then it wouldn't, we wouldn't see it like that. It wouldn't be shining bright. So this one day I walk into the kitchen and I'm saying to her, I'm saying out loud, why are you in the kitchen? Why are you laying in the kitchen? And I noticed she was laying in the sun. I was like, that's odd. Same time, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She's laying in the sun in the kitchen. Now the kitchen is in this direction. It's facing this way. Now remember, when I first started this story, the sun was facing that way. Same time. So I'm going, this is odd, right? This is really odd. Didn't think anything of it. Went to work. And then the weekend came. And I said, okay, I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to really pay attention. And sure enough, the sun is not shining in the window that it always shines in. It is shining in this window. So I thought that was, again, very strange. I'm watching her move with the sun across the floor. Not in the living room like she always does, but now she's in the kitchen. So I went downstairs. Now I'm intrigued because this is going on. This went on for like a couple of months. So I go downstairs and I go talk to my neighbor. Now, I don't know if you know about NPCs. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I didn't know about NPCs in 2016. It never even occurred to me. So I go downstairs, I talk to my neighbor. She has her plants outside on her ledge in the front, in that window, facing normally where the sun would be shining really brightly every day. So I ask her, I said, did you notice anything different with the sun? And she says, well, what do you mean? I said, well, you got your plants out here are they getting enough sun like they used to? Are they getting a lot of sun? And she says, well, I don't pay attention to that. Oh, thanks. Okay. So I asked another friend of mine who lives in the neighborhood, and she plants. She's a planter. She works in the garden all the time, every day. And I asked her, I said, did you notice anything going on different with the sun? I said, you plant. Are your plants still getting enough sun? She was like, oh, I don't pay attention. What? You garden. How do you not pay attention to the sun? Like, don't you plant plants, your seeds where the sun, they would get more sunlight? Nobody, no one. I even went on Facebook. I went on Facebook and I asked them, I said, anybody notice anything different? Hi, Eric. Anybody notice anything different with the sun? I did a whole thing. I did a whole video. Everybody says, well, the seasons change. Seasons change. Things happen. That's probably what it is. No, this is not that. This is not that. This sun always comes up on this side of the apartment every year, every day, every day. I understand that we have seasons that change. The sun gets a little bit distant in the winter, and then it moves closer in the summer, blah, blah, blah. This was not that. The sun was now appearing on what is this? This is north, south, east. It was appearing on the east side of the apartment. Was it? No, on the west side of the apartment, sorry. It was appearing on the west side of the apartment every day. And it stayed like that for 4 years until 2020. One day I came into my apartment and my dog was back in the living room following the sun right across, back and forth like she did previous times. So I don't know. It's been like that ever since. It hasn't changed position again. It's been like that ever since. I think it might have been a timeline jump for me for some reason. I jumped a timeline that was pretty big, and it stayed that way for 4 years. And then I don't know if I came back to a timeline or if I jumped again, but then the sun was back in its normal position, and it's been that way ever since 2020. I hope it doesn't change again. But no one else had a similar experience. Nobody else noticed anything different about the sun because nobody else was paying attention. Like, I pay attention to the sky. Even though I live in New York City, even though I live in an apartment, when I'm outside a lot, I look up. I always look up. Do you guys look up in the sky? Do you notice anything that changes in your skyline? I know we have a lot of people seeing orbs too, right? I haven't seen any. I haven't seen one, not one. But I did see in 2023, I was in Ibiza, right off of the coast of Spain, a little island off the coast of Spain. And I was traveling with a recording artist. I used to work for a recording artist back in the day. And I went out on my balcony to get a little sun, because the sun in that part of the world will bake you very quickly, right? You'll get a nice little tan. I wanted to come back a little darker than usual. So I laid out on the sun, laid out on the terrace, and was getting a little sun. And while I was laying out in the sun, I saw orbs. Now, I didn't know what they were. I've seen UAPs before, but this was a ton of orbs that were coming down into the ocean. And the reason why that seems significant now, right? Like I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I did at the time when I first saw them. They were just coming down. They were blue orbs, and they were just coming down and dropping into the ocean, and they weren't coming back up. And I went next door to my friend who I was traveling with, and I was like, "Oh my God, you got to come out. Do you see this?" And by the time I got her out, they weren't there anymore, right? She didn't see them because I asked her recently. I said, "Do you remember when we were out in Ibiza and I told you about the orbs that I saw?" She was like, "Yes," but I didn't see them. She said, "But you did." I said, "Yeah, there was a lot of them. It was tons dropping into the ocean." So now, fast forward, 2024, we got all these orbs in the sky, and then we find out that they have supposedly aliens in the ocean. So I'm making a connection now to what happened to a lot happened to me in 2003. A lot. A lot happened to me in 2003. But it seems all to be very significant to what we're experiencing right now. So that's when I saw the orbs in 2003. And now they say that we have, aliens in the ocean. I don't know if there's any connection. Could be, maybe. I don't know. Anyhow, I do notice something going on with my animals lately. My cats are acting very strange. And, oops. Sorry about that. My cats are, now they're all quiet, but they're acting very strange. And it's absolutely freaking, I know it's winter, but this is like the coldest winter we've had in New York in a long time. It is so cold in my apartment right now, and it's always hot. This apartment is always hot. Sometimes, even in the winter, sometimes you have to open up the window because it's always hot. Now, today, right now, it's freezing. I have to wear a sweater. I have my winter double socks. I look outside, it's snowing. It is like 19 degrees. Is it cold? Extremely cold where you are? I saw what was happening in Detroit, and they've gotten a lot of snow and ice. So there's a lot of changes going on, not just politically, which I'm not going to talk about, but energetically. There's a lot of energy changing, and we are all going through a major shift. So some of the things that I do to help me as I'm moving through some of these changes, one of the things that I do is I check the Schuman resonance every day. If you don't know what that is, it is the Earth's heartbeat. And when it spikes, typically we will have major shifts and earth changes that happen in the earth, and you will feel it in your body. A lot of times you will wake up in the morning and you go, "Oh my goodness, I have all these aches and pains. Where did that come from?" And before I knew about the Schumann resonance, I would get nervous. I would get scared. I would be like, "Oh my God, what is this?" Like all of a sudden my arm would start hurting, or my legs would start hurting, or my back would start hurting, or I would get a headache, or you have heart palpitations, or you hear ringing in your ears, or your shoulders will start hurting really bad, or your hands, and if you have arthritis, it'll flare up really badly. So a lot of things will seem to be to the normal eye, just the regular schmegular human, that I got to go to the doctor, something's wrong with me. And if you check the Schumann resonance at that time, you may find that it's very high. It's extremely high during that time. And when that happens, new energies are coming into the planet, and you are also feeling it in your physical body. So now that we are going through these earth changes, you and the sun, has these CMEs and different solar flares that happen. And sometimes they're earth facing. And when they're earth facing, they do have an effect on our physical bodies. So that's a time to drink some more water because you become dehydrated during those times when the Schumann resonance is high. But also, I found out those are the times that we do timeline jumps. And if you pay attention to when the Schumann resonance is very high, you will notice sometimes that we did a jump. It could be collectively we did the jump, or it could be individually that we did a timeline jump. So I've noticed during those times, recently we did one, there was a big one, not recently, but this was last year when we had a big timeline jump. You may notice, or I'm going to ask you if you notice, if you've noticed any time during those timeline jumps, when we've had timeline jumps, if you notice anything missing or moved. Like maybe you put down your keys, or you put down the remote. We're always losing the remote, right? Everybody's always losing the remote. But you put down the remote, you know you put it there. You know it's there. You put it there. You remember. You're not senile. You're not suffering from Alzheimer's. You know you picked up the remote and you put it down on the table. You went to go in the kitchen to get a glass of water, and you come back and your remote is gone. ID or driver license. That was missing for you? Hi, Amparo. Has that ever happened? So you missing your ID or your driver's license because I'm finding that those are, I know a lot of people that have them, and we usually have those experiences all around the same time. So I started, writing down. It's all good in mind. I started writing down when the Schumann resonance goes high, and if I notice anything during those times, like, anything missing. So anyway, you put the remote down, you come back, and you put the remote down, but you come back and the remote is gone. Like it's just gone. Like it literally got legs and walked away. Now, that used to happen a lot of times way back in the day. When I had my kids living in the house, I swore up and down that it was them. It was always the kids, right? I always blamed the kids. Yeah. You took it, or who moved the remote? Who took the remote? I know it was one of y'all. And the remote is always the easiest thing to take. Hi, may the radiance of this night empower you to shine your light and be a beacon of hope for others. Thank you, Ladybug. Thank you. Welcome back. So you go and you look and you can't find it. Start taking notes. I write all the time. I got papers. I'm like a scientist. Always writing stuff down because I like to figure out what's going on. So when I notice, if something all of a sudden happens and I check the Schumann resonance and it's like high, then I know that there's a possibility there was a timeline jump. So we shifted timelines. And you may also notice that there are more Mandela effects that happen during that time when the Schumann resonance shifts and changes. So I wasn't paying attention to the Schumann resonance back in the day when my kids were living with me and they were younger. I didn't even know about it, right? I didn't find out about it until like 10 years ago. What it meant and what happens when the Earth's energy goes high. So I started paying more attention to those things. But if you're not paying attention, you may miss it, right? And then we say, oh my goodness, are they messing with us? Are they messing with us? They may very well be messing with us. That could be a possibility, but it could also be that we're also shifting and we're changing and we're, you know, moving forward and we're ascending. That's that's the possibility I like better than them messing with us. However, there are entities that do not want us to shift into the higher realms, right? They don't want us to ascend. They don't even want you to ascend individually, as well as they don't want us to ascend collectively. So we are aware of that. There are entities that know who you are before you even know who you are. Did you get that? There are entities that know who you are, how powerful you are, way before you even realize it. And you may be like a really big deal in the other realms. You may be like a big kahuna, but you don't know it. You're down here living life like a schlub, right? And there are entities that are here in this realm, in the 3D realm, that absolutely know the truth of who you are before you do. It's like the Matrix. Like the Matrix, right? They knew who Neo was before Neo knew who he was. The agents. It's so funny because when I first saw that movie, I loved it. I fell in love with it and I was like, oh, I know this movie is true. And my friends used to think I was crazy. I was like, this movie's true. I'm telling you, this is the real deal. I said, we can change our reality with the thoughts. I don't know where that was coming from. I couldn't even tell you because the movie came out in 1999 and I didn't wake up until 2007. I was on the periphery, but I didn't really like wake up. I had my near-death experience in 2003. I had another near-death experience before that, but I just went right back to regular schmegular life. But 1999, when The Matrix came out, I was like, that movie right there. That movie's got messages in there. And that's telling us something. We need to pay attention. And I started looking at reading all kinds of books and trying to figure out how to change my reality, and if I could create it in my mind and plug myself in and all of that. But there are agents, there are entities that know the truth of who you are before you know who you are. You may be an indigo like me. It's possible. And if you are between the age, if you were born like in the late 60s to the late 80s, you're probably an indigo. If you're a Gen X, if you consider yourself Gen X, you're probably an indigo. Indigos are still coming in and incarnating into the planet. However, there was a huge, like millions of us that showed up on the planet in that time frame. And you came here with a mission. You came here on a mission, and you came here to really wake people up. But you have to wake up first. You came here to wake everybody else up, but you got to wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You have to wake up. You came here to do so many amazing things. It's incredible. But you got to wake up. And I don't know if those of you that are in my chat, because ain't nobody really talking to me, if you know if you're an indigo or not. If you woke, I came here. You know what my job is? My job is to specifically help indigos. Don't get me wrong. If you woke, I came here. You know what my job is? My job is to specifically help indigos. Don't get me wrong. I help everybody. I help everybody and anybody. But my main thing, what I came here to mainly do, was help indigos. And by that I mean to help you to remember who you are, where you came from, and what you came here to do. Like, I can't tell you what your mission is. Only you and your spiritual team know that. It's like top secret. You're like a top secret agent. But I came here to help you remember the truth of who you are so that you could go do what you came here to do. You came here with a specific task to do. You may be an anchor, like a person who stands. That's what I am. I'm like an anchor. I'm a person that stands in the middle of the lane, so to speak, right? So you got a 5-lane highway, and I'm standing in the middle of it, but sideways. So if you're on this side and you're not awake yet, and then this is the light, let's say, like this side is the light side, right? I'm right here. So I'm directing traffic. Okay, you can cross now. Come across, and you go over there, and help you, give you the tools, right? I help to give you tools, guide you with that, and send you on your way so you can go do what you got to do. Do what you came here to do. When I first found out that I was an indigo, I wound up going back home for a minute, and I saw all of you. It was incredible. I saw some of the things you were doing and some of the things you were creating and how you were working. Some of you were mathematicians. Some of you were agriculturists. Some of you were moms. Some of you were dads. Some of you were healers. Some of you were teachers. Some of you were just English, not English, but language helpers, helping people with the light language. It was an incredible thing that I saw. So, who's this? Marvin invites you. Okay, Marvin. No.
Hi.
I'm going to have to go. I'll see you later.
How you doing?
How do I get out? Hi, Marvin.
How you doing, Indigo?
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay. How's your day going?
It's good. But I'm not doing a battle.
Okay.
I'm not doing a battle.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Well, I asked you first.
Ladies first.
New York.
Okay, I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Yup. 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 Yup.
Well, you have a good night. How do I get out of this thing? How do I close this? Okay, great. There we go. I hit that by accident. I thought he was listening to the show and wanted to say something. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. If you're an indigo, you came. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Whoever's liking the live, thank you very much. You came here to do a specific work. You came here to help the planet ascend and help others ascend and help others remember. You may be someone who helps other indigos to remember. So I have spent the last 3 years building a infrastructure for indigos. That's what I've been doing. I feel like Noah, honestly. I have been waking up. It's so crazy. I have been waking up the past um, 30 days or 2 months with Noah on my brain. Like, I'm doing my prayers and I hear Noah. That's what I keep hearing. Noah. I'll be walking around minding my business and all of a sudden I'll hear the word Noah for no reason in my mind. I'm going, why? Why do I keep hearing Noah? And honestly, I kind of feel like Noah because I'm building this ark, but I'm building these structures for indigos, like to be able to come together and connect with each other, share information, because you are part of a team, actually, if you're an indigo. You came here, you incarnated with others. It's like a team. It's usually like 3 or 4 of you that incarnated at the same time, and you're supposed to be working together. So it's like your soul family or your soul group. And we are so separated from each other right now around the world, um, feeling like you're by yourself because you know things and you don't know why you know things. You're experiencing things and you're not even sure why you're experiencing them. And you're not meant to be by yourself anymore. Like this isolation time that we've all been in is ending. We're not supposed to be isolated anymore. We're supposed to be connecting with each other and helping each other to fulfill whatever purpose was that we incarnated to this planet to do. And we are not from here. Indigos are from the 12th dimension. When I say that to people, they often look like I'm crazy. Where's the 12th dimension? Well, it's in the 12th it's in the 12th ray. Where's the 12th ray? You can't see it with your physical eye, just like you can't see Saturn with your physical eye. You can see a little speck like that, but you can't really see it. And there are those that believe that we're on a flat earth. I'm not here to change anybody's idea, concept, or anything like that. I am only here to help indigos. Now, with that being said, there are tools that we have, and some of you have tools and information that the rest of us don't have. I have information that you don't have. So what I do is I help and encourage you guys who are with me to bring out your message and what it is that you came to do. What tools do you have? What information do you have that I don't have? And then when we get together, it's like a tapestry that happens, right? Like I may have one piece, but in order for my piece to work to its advantage, it needs your piece. And in order for my piece and your piece to work together, we need her piece, or we need his piece, or we need their piece. And so we put those pieces together and we make this beautiful arrangement, this beautiful cacophony of sound and spirituality and frequency. So one of the things that I work with indigos is helping them to dissolve false selves. Now, I can help anybody. Like that particular information, anybody can use. But one of the things that it's necessary for indigos to do right now is to activate their Merkaba vehicle. That's really important. That's really, really important. Because if your Merkaba, I can't even say it, I always say it wrong. Your Merkaba vehicle will First of all, it is unique to you. It is unique to your DNA, and it will activate your DNA. That's the truth. Mine is activated, and it's been activated since 2022. And it took me a year to activate mine, but it doesn't have to take that long for you now. There are indigos that are older like me that have activated, hopefully, activated their macabre vehicles. And as long as we've activated it, anybody that does it after us, it won't take them that long. It should take you maybe not even 30 days, if that, if even that. But there are certain things that you do need to do before you activate it, because it won't connect to you the way it should. So all indigos have their own macabre vehicle. It's unique to you and it belongs to you. And it's located at your place of birth where you physically were born. All you gotta do is pick it up. All you gotta do is go get it. But you don't even have to go to the physical place that you were born to pick it up. You can pick it up. You can call it to you. And then, because right now it's dormant, and it came with you when you incarnated into this planet. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds wild, because it sounded wild to me. And it took me 3 years to be able to come out here and tell you all that, right? But it is so important right now that you activate it and you learn how to do it properly, and you clear your energy before you do it. You clear your energy before you activate it. I cannot stress how important that is, because if you don't, it won't work properly for you. And so you want it to work properly for you so you can remember the truth of who you are, so you can use it to connect to your home, where your home is. And, my cat. And it will help to protect your own energy. I don't know how to say that with so much importance. Emphasis, that's the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for the word emphasis. So do I have any indigos in the chat right now? If you are, you don't have to say anything, but it would be nice if I knew. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. Hey, fooled you too. How you doing? It would be nice to know if there were any indigos in the chat. That would be great. Because I know you're out there. I know you're out there. Every day I'm asking Spirit. Every day, literally. I write it down every day. How do I let them know I'm here? Like, how do I get their attention? Every day. I do this literally every day. I write it down. Every day I'm asking, and then I just decide in my brain. I said, well, they already know. They know I'm here. They know I'm here, and they'll find me. Just keep building it, and they will come. Like the movie. Just keep building it, and they will come. So I did create the Macabre Activation ebook and recording. I finally finished it recently, like two weeks ago. I've been working on it for the past 3 years to make sure that I put all of the good stuff in it, to help you guys activate your macabre. And for anybody that does get the Macabre Activation ebook, I work with you for for free, right? You get the book, and then I work with you and I help you. one of the Indigos that I was working with, she had a broken foot before she activated hers, and she went to go get it. She went to her physical place of birth and picked it up. And next thing I know, she was dancing. She's an artist. She's a singer. She's a dancer. She's a performer. And yeah, so I'm not going to say it heals you. I can't say that. Right? TikTok, you heard that. I can't say that. I cannot say that. But I can say that it helps you immensely, spiritually, emotionally, physically, once you get it activated. So you work with your chakras, and it's huge, it's big. It's been growing, even though you're not, it's dormant. It came with you when you were a little one, and it just kept expanding, but it's dormant, and it needs you. It needs your attention. It needs your love. It needs you. And then you two will work together to do what you came here to do. Like I said, there are entities. This is why I stress so much to stop talking. Stop telling people your business. Outside of those who are on the same wavelength as you, right? Maybe they're ascending or they're into spirituality, but you have to use discernment. This is so key right now. These days, you really have to use discernment, and you really have to pay attention to who you're sharing your business with, right? Like, I'm sharing my business with you because the business that I'm talking about has already happened, has already passed, I'm already done. Like, I'm not trying to share with you something that I'm getting ready to create, I'm getting ready to do, or this is my new business, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going to become. I'm not doing that. There's so many things I got that you just won't ever know. I'm not going to put it out here because I know they are monitoring spirits. I know that. You should know that too. Become aware of that. Write it down. Keep it in a notebook. Keep it in a journal. Talk to your spiritual team about what it is. Thank you for the likes. Right? Stop telling people your business. Stop it. Stop talking to your girlfriends. Stop talking to your homeboys. Stop telling them. Stop expecting them to understand what it is you are experiencing if they're not awake. You can help them once you are fully locked in on your spirituality. I see a lot of people who think that they're spiritually locked in, and they just come out here every day and they just start talking about stuff, throwing everything out. I'm like, oh, I wish I could talk to you right now. I would tell you to be quiet. Hold it down. Shh. Everybody, we all want to help everybody, and we want our friends to come along. We want Joe to come, and we want Mary to get it, and we want everybody to come along and come for the ride. And we spend a lot of time dragging people who are not awake yet, and they're not trying to be awake, and they may never ever come to be awake. You have to focus on yourself first. Literally, you really do. You got to make sure that you get it, because I'm telling you, these monitoring spirits will find you and they will be your best friend. They will be somebody in your family. You will not. I have had, the reason why I can share it with you is because I was shocked to my daggone self. Just couldn't believe it. She would never do that. What are you talking about? Can't be hard. Yes, it can. And these entities and spirits know who you are before you do. They know who you are. They know your light. They see you shining, even if your light is this little right now. They know why you came here. They know what you came here to do and be. They know you came here to do and be great things. And even if right now you're saying, Sydney, I don't even know what you're talking about. My light is little. I'm just a little indigo. That doesn't mean anything. They knew who you were before you even rolled into the planet. They knew you were coming. They knew you were coming. I didn't know that either. I really didn't. There was no way you could have told me that some of the people that are no longer in my life right now, that they would never be in my life again. You could not convince me of that. They're gone. And so I am sharing with you to stop sharing so much of your knowledge right now. It's really important because there are ways that you're going to be helping the planet ascend, and you need that energy. You need that energy. Okay? And there's a lot of people that, you may be following. Listen, it could be me. You could be following me and saying, this girl, she resonates with me. And the next thing you know, I'm a crazy person, right? And I tell everybody that I have ever worked with and that has ever listened to my podcasts or has followed me on YouTube, use your discernment even when you're dealing with me. And I've been talking to people and I've been helping people for years. I said, even with me, don't believe everything I say. Use your discernment. It's really important. God gave you discernment. Make sure you use it wisely. It is so important. I have seen so many people get hurt spiritually, physically, emotionally by not using their discernment and believing someone else over their own intuition. I may not be the one for you. If you're an indigo, yeah, I am. But if you're not, I may not be the one for you. I'm not hurt. I'm not upset because I know the truth of who I am and I know what I came here to do. And I know who I came here to help. So it doesn't bother me if people say, you know what, Sydney? And I've had that happen. You know what? I'm going over this way. Okay, honey. Bye. And I have no animosity, no hurt feelings, nothing. Because I'm not here to have followers. I'm not here to have people follow me. I'm not here to have people like me. I'm not here to have people love me. Although that, does happen. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help those indigos step into the truth of who they are so they can do what they came here to do. That's my job. That's it. That's it. That's all. And take everything that I've learned and share it with them. And if it works for them, great. And if not, that's great. But I always tell everyone to make sure you test. Even the Bible says test them. Make sure that individual, that spirit is sent to you to help you. Because many people have masks on. It's very easy to disguise yourself as an angel of light, and you are not. I'm sure. Has anybody ever run into somebody who you thought was, something else? You thought that they were like, a great individual, a wonderful being, or, they were going to help you. And the thing is that they do. Even the wiki wacky people help you. You will learn something. Even that. I'm just saying. Don't give your energy out where it's not necessary, where it's just going to run, you know, and leave you, because you need it. I teach my indigos, and I don't say my indigos, but the people that come to work with me, I teach them how to close up cracks in their auric field and holes in their auric field, how to cut cords and keep them cut. Because did you know that they can grow back? Yeah, they can. Just because you cut a cord doesn't mean it can't grow back. Yeah, I found that out too. They can grow back. So I do that. I help you to actually dissolve false selves so you don't have to encounter the same type of individual just because you moved away from them, right? And somebody was wicky wacky or treated you badly, and like, I'm leaving that. I'm leaving that energy. No, you're not. It's not necessarily the person. You can leave that area. You can leave that person, but you're still carrying that energy inside of you, and you will attract the same type of individual again. You will. So I work with indigos and help them to do that. And I want you to leave me. I want you to leave. I want you to get what you need and go. I don't want you to stick around. I mean, it's okay if you do, but I don't want you to. I want you to leave. I want you to understand and get strong on your own, and, go out there and do what you came here to do, because that is your job. And my job is to help you prepare for that, and put you out there and you go do your thing. I don't want people following me. Nope. I don't want thousands of people following me. I don't want tens of thousands of people following me. Like on here, fine, if I have 10,000 followers, that's cool. That's not what I mean. I mean really following me. Like you have these gurus and these spiritual gurus, and they have tens of thousands of people that follow them, and they're constantly following them and learning from them. How come you're not learning from yourself? How come you're not learning from your higher self within? Why are you continuing to follow, Joe Guru or Mary Guru or Lisa Guru? Why? The truth is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You don't need to be following me. You need to be following yourself. But how do you get there? I will help you get there so that you can get strong and you be out. You'll be like, okay, Sydney, see you. Thank you very much. Good. Bye. Just give me a call every once in a while. Let me know you're okay. That's how I get down. That's me. That's how I roll. So I've helped a lot of people. And where are they now? Some of them are off doing their own thing and have created their own thing and have written books and have done their own thing. That is what a teacher should be, right? Now, imagine you're going to school and your teacher says all of you have to stay in the 7th grade for the rest of your life. How insane is that? It doesn't make sense. You have to move up and evolve. So I did create a community for the Indigos. I've been creating an infrastructure for Indigos for the last 3 years. I did the Merkaba activation book, an ebook. You can pick it up if you click the link in my bio. If you do it tonight, I will send you a 1-minute body meditation that's very healing, and you can put it on when you sleep at night. I mean, not healing. Well, I'm not supposed to say that. It's very helpful. Just quiet your mind. You don't have to. You can join us in the Discord that we have. Share your thoughts, because you have a puzzle that I need. I have a puzzle that you need. Joe has a puzzle that we need. Like, there's puzzles and pieces that we all need. Like, you have information that I don't have. I have information that you don't have. So if we all are together in one spot, I'm not in there every day, but a lot of people, people communicate with each other. Like, I'm not running it. I'm not the boss. So I've created community for Indigos in the Discord, in the virtual reality spaces that I build. I have it's called Indigo Blue Realm. You can bring your little avatar in there and have community. That's a lot of fun. And then we have the books. I have the YouTube. I have TikTok, and my podcast, and the website, theindigoroom.org. So check all those things out and share. Like, follow me. You can follow me on TikTok. You don't have to follow me, like, follow me. You can just follow me on TikTok so you know when I'm going to go live and when I post new content. Yeah. Like, I want you to follow me now. I want you to follow me on TikTok, but you don't have to follow me. I want you to follow yourself. That's the key. I want you to follow yourself. But you can follow me on TikTok right now. All right. Have a great night. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for hanging out with me. Have a great night. I love you. And remember the truth of who you are. You are source energy right here in a physical body. You can be, do, and have anything you desire. And remember, it's not being extraordinary that makes you unique. It is your uniqueness that makes you extraordinary. Good night. Fooled you too. Good night.